Good morning. For those of you that are standing in the back, you might want to find a chair. We're only going to be here about 3 hours. 2.5. Okay, there are 2 chairs right here on my right. There's a chair here. Those large chairs you can sit there. Come on, don't be bashful. Let's go ahead and have a seat. Our good mayor is going to have to leave this morning, so I'm going to ask him to come up and welcome on behalf of the city of Pensacola, D.C. Reeves.
All right, thank you. This is a great day, and I've been in this job almost a year, and with how busy it is now, and we're really up in the urgency at the city, we have to be very selective with our schedule, and obviously, you see the names on this building, and with the way our schedule is right now, it's hard to commit time, but you see the names here, and there are very few people that I can commit this amount of time to. So, Belle, thank you so much for your contribution. And you're really, between Bair, Jones, Moore, and Reeves, I would say the number one reason I'm here today. So thank you very much. Really, on behalf of the city of Pensacola, what makes this really a special day, and I think I say this every time in Dr. Meadows, I think it's always a great sign that I'm at a lot of these events celebrating great positive progress at Pensacola State. It feels like I'm at more of these than ever, which is, I think, really a testament to Dr. Meadows and the PSC team here. That we really know that if we want to make this a city that we think Pensacola can be, we have to invest in our talent, and we can talk about many other things that make a city vibrant in public safety. We know we have issues in affordable housing. We have all of those things, but if we're going to take Pensacola to where we know we can make it, we have to have talented people who grow up here that we can invest in, and how we recruit people here. So I know that this effort, yet again, with Pensacola State, who does it the best in terms of trying to help build our talent pool that allows us to grow our businesses, to have businesses attracted here to the city of Pensacola. So it's a great day for this effort, and so many charitable people that make this happen. Yes, even Jim Reeves. I always, of course, anytime I can rib Dad, I do publicly. But I will say, truly, at this university, I know a lot of the events that I've been to over the years and well before this job was because of Dad, and because of a lot. I know. Our Molly McGuire Center over there, as an example, that I know there's no one who has a passion and a heart for this institution the way that Dad does. So huge congratulations, and not surprised. If you may have to do it Jim's way, but it gets done. I know that. Yeah. So anyway, on the behalf of the city of Pensacola, thank you so much for this. Thank you for all the donations, all the effort, and Dr. Meadows, thank you. I know this is going to continue to help us build a vibrant community and help us build that talent pool that we so desperately need to take Pensacola to new heights. So thank you so much.
Before we begin with a lot of introductions, I do want to tell you that this is an event space. We call this the Grand Hall, and Mike Moret donated, he and his company donated $100,000 to have the naming opportunity for the Sky Terrace. So it's Moret Company's Sky Terrace. And this space is for rent by the community and also for use by the college. It's a dedicated space. It's not as large as our training and conference center will be. But if any of you wish to have a special occasion here, I was just talking to Ms. Bonner and Bale about maybe Impact 100. Could have a meeting here. But those kinds of meetings would be welcome on our campus. We've got plenty of parking out to the east side of the campus. So it's available. The bottom 2 floors, of course, is to expand our cybersecurity programs, math, computer science, and IT. So nice office space downstairs and photographer. There we go. So who do you contact for now? Contact Pat Cruz and we'll figure out who will take over scheduling this space for us for now. Or it may be either Bill Kovacs. So one or the other, but if Pat doesn't schedule it, then she'll call Bill Kovacs and he can schedule it. We have our Board of Trustees here, and before I introduce other people, I'll ask all of our Board of Trustee members that are here, would you stand? Carol Carlin, longest serving, Margie Moore, past chair, Dr. Troy Tippett, current chair, Flash Gordon, our vice chair. Did I miss any? Oh, where's Julie? Julie Shepard behind Carol Carlin there. And at this time, I'll ask Dr. Tippett, chair of the Board of Trustees, to come and make remarks.
Thank you and good morning. Welcome. What a great crowd here to celebrate this great event. We are so delighted, and I do want to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Pensacola State College, this wonderful new building. I would like to highlight for a moment 3 groups. The first is not a group, it's a person, Senator Doug Broxson. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't be standing here today. I can tell you that right now. In case you don't know, he is virtually totally responsible, along with the rest of our legislative delegation, of having the money to build this building. Were it not for him, we wouldn't be here. So I'm so sorry he's not able to attend today, but we want to send him our thanks forever for what he's done, not just in this building, but for the rest of Pensacola State College and around the state. He's doing so much for education. I just can't tell you how much he has done in the short period of time I have, but you can thank him personally when you see him next time. And of course, the next group I want to thank is our donors, as evidenced by our families here. The Baars, Jones, Moore, and Reeves are just great representatives of what people in this community are doing to make this community better. I mean, this is the way it's done, to provide this sort of facility so that our students can make that next step in life. And without that, we wouldn't have it. And finally, the one other group I can't ever get up without thanking, it's our staff, our faculty. This is just a building, but they're going to make this building come alive and educate your friends and daughters and sons and grandchildren and make a better life for all of them. Without our faculty, we could not make this building be anything other than just a building. It's a beautiful building, but they're going to make it real. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you all for coming and thank you for what you've done to make Pensacola State College a wonderful place. But I can't ever walk away without acknowledging our president, President Ed Meadows. Without him, we wouldn't have this building either. So the two of them combined are responsible for what we have here today. He has been an unbelievable president. I see evidence of it every day, and we are so thankful that he has been able to bless us with his presence for this last several years. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Tippett. Senator Broxson is ill this morning. I hope it's not too serious, but Hal George, his senior staffer, he's going to come up and say some of what Doug would say. You know, Senator Broxson is a personal friend. He's had a long history with this college. He was the first president of our booster club many years ago. He worked the clock for the basketball games for about 6 years. He helped me straighten out a huge mess with DOT at the Milton campus when he was in the House. And over the last several years, he has been making sure that the Senate and the House made up for lack of funding over the last decade. And I counted up how that Senator Broxton has brought in over $40 million to this institution since he's been in the legislature, and he's not done yet, I hope. So Hal, on behalf of Senator Broxton, the podium is yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Meadows, and good morning to everybody. Senator Broxton, I assure you, would much rather be here with you guys than at home in bed with COVID. So I can assure you he'd rather be here. I do want to tell you a quick story, though. About an hour ago, he called me, and he said, I have COVID. Can you speak for me this morning at the Pensacola State College building dedication? I said, yes, send me the notes. And he said, I thought you wrote the notes. And I said, no, sir, I don't have them. So anyway, I got the notes, and I'm going to try to tell it as best I can from his perspective. He is an alumnus of Pensacola State College, and as Dr. Meadows said, is really tied to the college for many years. He was one of the first members of our new Champions Club on the athletic side, and continues to do great things for Pensacola State and our whole community. The replacement of the Baars building has long been a priority of the college, and he is very happy to have been able to help secure the funding needed for the new facility. This building is, and Moret is not here this morning, but his people can tell you this building is built to stay. This building is going to be here for many, many, many years and generations. Unlike the old 50-plus-year-old building that was torn down, will be here for many generations of students because of new standards, new codes, and so on that have been put in place to withstand aging and natural disasters like hurricanes. Many partners, city, state, private partners, have been responsible for the building. He extends his appreciation to local government who have provided resources for the completion of this building, and the citizens who have endowed scholarships for students undertaking their studies within the walls of this state-of-the-art technology building. As a servant of Northwest Florida, and I worked for Doug and have for 3 years, and I can tell you he is a servant of Northwest Florida like no other. He would have been very honored to be standing here before you right now, and he is humbled and, honored to be a part of Pensacola State College. Thank you much.
I need to mention, too, that Hal George is a special friend of the college, and he is president of our booster club currently, and helping us along with Doug Bates, who chairs our athletic campaign. And Hal has stepped up and for many years now, and helped raise money for the college. There's one other group that we have to thank profusely for both of these buildings, the twin buildings here, the Baars building and plus this building, and that's Triumph Gulf Coast. And we're very fortunate to have two local members on that board. One of them is with us here today that's going to make remarks. David Baars is serving on the Triumph board, and he and Collier Merrill, the last time I went to the Triumph board, Dr. Duma wrote the grant, and I asked for the money, and Collier, I think, made the motion, and David seconded, or vice versa, I can't remember which, to make sure that we did receive $6 million that goes toward this building. So at this time, Mr. David Baars, if you'll come up and make remarks on behalf of Triumph Gulf Coast.
Good morning. I can't see without these, but I can't see you with these. So, good morning, and on behalf of Triumph Gulf Coast, congratulations on successfully completing this phase of this project. This completed construction of the 46,000 square foot Bayer, Jones, Moore, and Reeves Center for Math and Advanced Technology facility and the purchase of equipment and supplies will allow PSC to expand their cybersecurity and IT program and be able to issue at least 6,500 industry recognized and Florida Department of Education approved CAPE certificates to students that reside in any one of the eight disproportionately affected counties. Those are the counties that were affected by the BP oil spill. And they are supported by Triumph Gulf Coast, and they will do that by the end of December 2030. So in less than 10 years, 6,500 new certificates. For its part, Triumph has provided for these two buildings, this program, $12 million to help fund this $43 million project. And I want to be sure to also thank Senator Broxton for his part in making sure, and the other local delegation members for their part, because they brought in $27 million for this one project. So that's pretty outstanding. Cybersecurity is a very high growth and targeted industry for our area. And so this program will make sure that Pensacola becomes a true cyber coast. It is important. These jobs are high wage, and they will improve the household income to our area. So congratulations on this project. I want to thank Dr. Meadows, the PSC Board of Directors, and the PSC faculty and staff, and specifically to Debbie Doma and Susan Peden for their work with the Triumph staff in making this project go to completion and become a reality. It's not completed yet. I know Susan has a lot more work to do in compliance, but congratulations to everyone involved, and thank you for being here today. Thank you.
You know, when we were trying to get the funds from the legislature for the bar building that is attached here, that's the elevator you came up on the bar building side. The governor at the time, he had decided that there has to be a local match, some skin in the game to give us any money. And so the Santa Rosa County Commission gave us $250,000. The city of Pensacola gave us $25,000. And the County Commission of Escambia County gave us $250,000. So we proudly displayed that local match toward the funding that we needed. This has almost been a decade-long process. I was going to say ordeal, but we finally got the Baars building completed 2 years ago. And thanks to Triumph and thanks to Senator Broxton and Michelle Salzman and Alex Andrade and Jay Williamson over in Santa Rosa County, we were able to get all the money in 1 year to finish this building. We have the good fortune to have had leaders in the capital campaign, the second capital campaign for our institution. And since we're building this brand new building, we had 4 families that put together $1 million gift. All of that is scholarships, money, which is sorely needed at the institution. But coming back to the local gifts, the county commission, I believe this is Robert Bender's district. Is Robert here? He's under the weather. Oh my gracious. Well, we do have Stephen Berry and Jeff Burgosh and Mike Kohler here. You're the past chair, Jeff?
Yes.
Did y'all decide who was going to speak on behalf of the county?
I guess I will. No.
Oh.
Only if they twist my arm.
Okay, as past chair, if you'll come forward, Jeff.
Sorry, Steve. He's the incoming chairman, but well, I certainly want to thank Dr. Meadows for the opportunity. You never offer the mic to someone who's running for office, so. But I promise I'll keep this short. I'll keep it below 30 minutes. I promise. As I walked up here today and walked in, and I actually climbed the stairs, there was a line at the elevator, and you get the new car smell. It's such a beautiful facility, but I want you to look at it differently. What you see here, this facility, this campus. This is what leadership looks like. These things don't happen by themselves. As you've heard President Meadows say, there's been a lot of people pulling from the rope. And for our part, on behalf of the County Commission, I say I'm honored to have put a little bit in for what you got. And I say that because, again, nothing like this happens without a lot of leadership and a lot of people. So I want to say thank you to the members of the Board of Trustees. I want to say thank you to Dr. Meadows. This is a great asset for the community. Pensacola State College, when it was PJC, was a launching pad for a lot of people in the community, myself included. 1987, I came to PSC. It was my first college experience. Then I went on and transferred and got my degree from a 4-year institution. 2 of my 3 kids are working, got their AAs here. And what I like most about this and what it does for the community, there's a wide variety of course offerings, and it's still affordable. Eggs are $9 a carton, gas is $5.50, but PSC is still affordable. And thank God for that, because there are a lot of students that don't, like me at that point in time in my life, that just don't have a lot of resources. So if you're a hard worker, you can go work a job like I did, like a lot of kids do today, like my daughter does. She's studying nursing here right now at PSC. And you can pay your way out of college and graduate with no debt. You can't put a price on that. So I want to thank all the leaders. I want to thank the members of the Baar family, the Jones family, the Moore family, and the Reeves family for your incredible generosity, not just here, but all around the city. Again, leadership. Things like this don't happen by accident. And I'm very, very humbled and very proud to see this building open. And I know it's going to be a great asset for the community and for all the students that will serve. So congratulations to you. And thank you for having us out today.
Our Century Center is in Stephen Barry's area, and some good things are happening there, not only in economic development, but with the city and our campus. And Jeff Kohler, he is working very hard with the military to make some good things happen at our Warrenton campus. Grover Robinson, in his last year as county commissioner, had a huge part in helping us get the $250,000, and he's now on staff as Associate Vice President of Government and Community Relations. So, Grover, we appreciate the work that you did when you were in office for Pensacola State very much, and you served for many, many years on our foundation. Very happy to be here. You're welcome. Madam Foster, go ahead. We, as I mentioned before, we had 4 families that came together for the $1 million gift, and I'm going to let Jim Reeves go last because he's the one that set up all the meetings for these. As a matter of fact, the first meeting he set up, we didn't get $250,000. We got $1 million for Santa Rosa County, and that was Harry Wilder. But the next folks that he introduced me to, I knew them, but not as the Family Foundation, is the Baar Family Foundation. And at this time, Bill Baar, if you would come forward and make remarks on behalf of the Baar Family Foundation.
Good morning, and I am not a speaker. My husband tried to teach me, but I was a slow learner, so I have to have my piece of paper. What a beautiful day to celebrate this ribbon cutting ceremony. I'm so proud to be standing up here with the rest of the families, the Jones, the Moores, and the Reeves, because the Baar family is very flattered, honored to be here. Dr. Meadows, Pensacola State staff, and Pensacola State Board of Directors, thank you for taking on this wonderful project and making these math and advanced technology courses available to students in our community. Jim Reeves, thank you for coordinating the effort to raise these funds and asking our family to be part of it. Lewis was thrilled to death when you came to him. You might have had to push a little, but you knew how to get to him, yes. Working together, our 4 families are providing $1 million to fund scholarships to ensure students who wish to study math and advanced technology have the opportunity regardless of their financial position, and that's the best part. What a blessing for our community. Providing more workforce development in our community was a priority of Lewis's, and he was proud to be a part of this project and proud of Pensacola State College. I know he's smiling today. Thank you.
And of course, the Bair family has a long history of supporting our college. And as I look over here at Lewis, he was part of a committee for how many years? Do you know? 10? About 10 years for our sporting clay event. We had a record year. We cleared, through the efforts of Ron Jackson and Lewis Bair and others on the committee, $149,260 something. That's our largest fundraiser, and it's all for scholarships and support of our foundation. So I can remember other events that we've had that the Bair family has been involved in ever since I've been here and prior to when I was here. Laura Cutter, the daughter of Pete Moore, she is ill. I think she has COVID. Is Laura here? Oh, does not have COVID. Well, would a representative of the Pete Moore family come forward and speak on behalf of the Moore family? I think maybe both of y'all, if you'd like to come forward. Yeah, y'all come on.
So I'm going to read her speech.
Oh, you're going to read the speech? All right.
I am, because we got this about 8:30 this
Angela
morning.
Moore. So.
I'm Angela Moore, and this is Pete's youngest daughter, Jacqueline Moore, Pomeranian. And from Lauren, I would like to read this. Thank you, she says. This is a great honor for myself as well as my family as we celebrate the dedication of this building of our patriarch, Pete Moore. Here we are in a new building that took a lot of time, effort, and hard work to construct. And it feels like we're completed now. We're at the finish line. However, this is the beginning for so many as they walk through this door. It's the beginning of them doing a better job for themselves, for their families, for their communities. And this is what really is the future. So for all who enter this in pursuit of higher knowledge, we wish you a lot of great luck and great grades. This actually makes me want to go back to college. Not really. Lauren says she's proud to help dedicate this building to them. And on behalf of the Pete Moore family, we thank you all very much.
We're having to ad-lib a little bit this morning. So once the four families have addressed the group, we have a nice plaque, and we'll take a picture beginning with the Bair family up here. I'm assuming will be the best place. So Mary, you can get in that center aisle and y'all can shoot the pictures. So we'll do each family as we go along. Bill Jones, unfortunately, became ill and passed away several months ago. His family, two sons and daughter, they're spread across the United States and live in different places, but we have his sister and her son here today with us. We have Jay, I'm hoping I get this, Marjadant, with us today that's going to speak on behalf of Bill. He's related through marriage to Jim Reeves. He and I became friends. We went out on the pistol range several times and shot pistols together. He was residing in Azalea Trace, and unfortunately we don't get to share his presence with us today, but we certainly share his presence in spirit. So Jay, if you'll come forward and introduce your mom. She's on the front row.
Thank you. Like some of the other speakers, I got thrown into this at the last minute also. So never been with a mic, and it's amazing to be back at what I know as PJC, because I'm an alum from the 80s also. President Meadows, the Board of Trustees, all the faculty, and everybody involved in this project. This is an amazing building. As I said, it just has life to it. It just has spirit. It's very open and welcoming, as it should be with higher learning. As President Meadows says, regretfully, Bill and Jolinda are no longer with us, but I know they were proud of their association with the Bear, the Moore, and Jim Reeves too. They did a lot around Pensacola that we weren't aware of in relationship to charity work. Bill would do his morning walks as a retired Navy pilot, and he'd pick up trash on his way, much to the chagrin of Jolinda, and bring that home. He would also do, he fed people, he helped clothe the needy, these people that he met on his walks, and just did some amazing thing. Jolinda really enjoyed being a part of Impact 100, learned a little bit about that, and made an impact with Pastor Sylvia with her getting one of those grants too, so that's amazing. I'm back after about 35 years away from Pensacola, and I'm amazed at how this college has grown. I'm amazed about what the impact is around Pensacola with all of the families, everybody coming together. Before even today, that's what I heard, is just the dynamic growth of Pensacola. And it's going to be wonderful to explore this old town again, find out all the new places, meet some of the folks, and really see what's developing. This has always been a wonderful little town to me. Bill and Joe loved it. Jolinda absolutely fell in love with Pensacola and wanted to be a part of everything that she could. And on behalf of the family, we're very grateful for the association and what we've been able to be a small part of, and for what everybody's been doing for Pensacola State College. So thank you.
Representing himself is Mr. Jim Reeves. Jim, if you'll come forward, you know, a lot has been said about Jim, but Jim has been helping me for years and years. I remember when we got $11 million from the state, $11 million from the county commission to build a police academy. We had just located 600 acres for that, and the current sheriff did not get reelected. The incoming sheriff decided he didn't need a police academy. He didn't need a firing range nor a driving range. And so we had to give all that money back. Jim Reeves came to me and he says, we're going to get the interest off of that money that your foundation is taking care of. So we met with each county commissioner individual. He walked me around. I hadn't been at the institution more than 3 months. Walked me around to each county commissioner, and we asked for and received $176,000 in interest off of the $11 million that we were holding for the county. Well, we still don't have a driving range. We still don't have a police academy, but we got $176 million out of it, and that was because of Jim Reeves. So ever since that day, he's been my dear friend.
Well, I didn't know that we were going to speak, so I not very accustomed to doing this kind of speaking just off the cuff, but you know that I always say that it's easy to raise money for Pensacola State College because, and I'm probably the only person in this room that knows every president of Pensacola Junior College up to the current one, and I say it's easy to raise money because we have a great president that, and as I always say, he's the best president this institution has ever had. And so that makes it easy to raise money for, because of the job he's done. I personally want to thank the Baar family, the Jones family, the Moore family, who voluntarily participated with me in this endeavor, and without them, we wouldn't have had this opportunity to provide scholarships. But, you know, if you want to think of something about Pensacola State College and Dr. Meadows, the word I use is it's an exciting time. I mean, it's just everything about it is exciting, and a lot of times, Dr. Meadows will say to me various things that need to be done. So I had an aunt that couldn't get a job, and so I said to Dr. Meadows, "Can you help me get my aunt a job?" He said, "Yeah, you bet I can." He got my aunt a job, and he said, "Now, we've got this sports complex, and we need to raise $3.5 million. So, you know, he knows quid pro quo." At any rate, I'm happy. It's a beautiful facility. It's an exciting time, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, Jim, can I tell my part of the story? I'm the last president of PJC and the first president of Pensacola State. Therefore, I am the best president of Pensacola State College, because I'm the only president of Pensacola State College. We've got a lot of folks here that make good things happen that work for the college, and as I look around the room, I see our senior administrative staff and others that are here that make good things happen for students. So a lot of you are standing, but if you work for Pensacola State College, raise your hand and wave. Just look around the room. You know, it takes a village sometimes to make the world go round, and we can't do that without our foundation and WSRE Foundation. And WSRE is a support service of Pensacola State College. It has far-reaching benefit outside of our college service area, which is Escambia County and Santa Rosa County. And hopefully, you know, we also get a few students outside our service area because of WSRE. For example, we have at least 2 scholarships offered by Baldwin County, Alabama, to residents of Baldwin County to come to Pensacola State. And we should have put that elevator in some other place. Joe. But anyway, with members of the WSRE Foundation, I know Ms. Carpenter, you and your husband are here. Would y'all stand, and others for WSRE Foundation? Thank you. And members of our Board of Governors, I see Doug Bates already standing in the back, but would you stand? There's Gene Delgado and Al George, Mr. Dixon. I think the next thing, improvising here, we're going to have the Bell Bair family come up, and we'll present Andrea Krieger, if you'll help me, present the nice picture that is downstairs, but you also get a copy of this. So if y'all come up and take a picture. Bell said they would hang that in Lewis's office. Next, we're going to come over to you and take the picture for for Bill
Catherine.
Jones. Now, members of the Peatmore family, if y'all would come up. And where did Jim Reeves go? There he is. Jim, anybody you want in your picture, you tell them to come on up. Yeah.
He brought a crew.
Would you like to introduce this group?
They're the ones that run the operation.
All right. They'll come on and get on either side. Now, the names of these four families, if you parked over here on the east side, you see the names on the side of the building coming forward. Out front, where we're going to do the ribbon cutting, we have a marquee out there with their names on it. And then inside, on the bottom floor, are these pictures along with their names. And then on the second floor, we don't have those pictures yet, but there's a large conference room at the end of the west end, or I guess southwest end of the building. We'll have their pictures in there and names as well in that large conference room. Because Bill Moore passed away, the family found the picture they wanted, and so we didn't have time to put those up. But those, you can come back later. And on the second floor in that conference room, it will have the Baars, Williams, and Moore and Reeves pictures in that room as well. You know, we've worked now, I guess, for probably 5 or 6 years with Joe Sorcy, with Florida Architects, and he'd like to say a few words about this project. He's very proud of the fact that his architectural firm won the bid to design this building. So, Joe, come forward.
Thank you, Dr. Meadows. I just want to say that you've heard, I'm used to being last speaker, so you've already heard a lot of these things, but it really does take a village, starting with the perseverance and the persistence of our past and present Board of Trustees, the leadership of our president, his cabinet, and staff, all of which, you know, probably took a better part of over a decade to get the funding once it was visioned, and to stay with it, to continue to build on this project. There's still a few finishing touches that will be done, but the real testament of our success will be the next many generations of students who will come through this building, through these facilities, and through the PSC campus. So much effort has gone into it. You've heard about the funding. Our great donors really took all of our county to stand up for this project. Our consultants, the Schmidt Group for MEP, McCarthy Engineering for structural, McKim Creed for civil, all Pensacola firms, did a great job working through all the myriad of approvals and design challenges. You know, you have a building design, then you have to break it up into a couple pieces, and you know, all these things that most of you don't really want to know about, but we went through together. So having a great team, the leadership of Dr. Meadows and staff, Diane Bracken, thank you very much, Facilities Director, for all your leadership, keeping the wheels on the track. The Moret Group for a good construction project through COVID, supply chain issues, workforce, you know, shortages, all the nightmares that you wish that you didn't hear about. But to get to this point and to serve the students, this college, we're greatly appreciative for allowing us to participate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Joe, one of the things I've enjoyed about your being the architect is your wife giving us all the sweet stuff at Christmas. As we said, Mike Moret is ill. I'm not going to say he has COVID because I got corrected the last time on the story, but he had a temperature of 103 this morning, I understand. But representing the Moret Company for remarks is Mr. Perkaranchik. I didn't get it right. Peranchik. That's better, but still not. So introduce yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Meadows. First, on behalf of the Moret Company, I want to thank everyone for letting us be a part of this important project for Pensacola State College and our community. Now I'd like to introduce our team that worked so hard on this project. Mike Moret, as Dr. Meadows said, fell ill over the weekend, so he's not here with us today, but he's our president and CEO. Sharon Moret, who was here earlier and had to run. Nikki Bell, Nikki, if you wave. And she's got an important person, our dog with her, Bear, that really helps us all at the office. You know, as Joe was saying about construction, there's always things that are going on. And when we get the feeling really bad, we go and pet Bear or Lily, Sharon's dog, and we instantly feel better. So if you need a boost today, just go by and give Bear a pet, and you'll know what I mean. Rob Hutchison is our Director of Field Ops. Rob, if you'd raise your hand. David Delgallo is our Chief Estimator. He's not here today. Matt Comerford is our Senior Project Manager. Matt. Justin Hodges is our Project Superintendent. And next to him is David Barton, our superintendent on the project. Friday was David's last day. He's retiring after many years of service. What a way to go out with this project. So David, thank you so much for your years of service, and we wish you the best in your retirement. And Donald Shelton is our assistant project manager, a part of this project, and then John Hoekstra, I believe, is on another project this morning, but he was our foreman. I also want to thank Diane Bracken and her staff, Glenn, Greg, George, Lisa, just a wonderful staff to work with on this project, always there for us. And I want to thank Florida Architects also for their cooperation and support. Joe, Marcus, thank you very much. It was truly a team effort. Couldn't have done it without all of us not pulling together and making this project possible for all. So thank you very much.
So David, you're retiring today? If you'll talk to Diane Bracken, she might offer you a job. Yeah, I want to mention Diane. She has a full plate between grounds, buildings, construction, renovations, remodeling. She's a one-person army in many ways and works 24/7, literally. When we close the campus, she and her staff are here making sure things get done. If things go wrong in the middle of the night, she and her staff are here making sure that gets taken care of. So Diane, the board, and she's very modest to boot, but last month the Board of Trustees surprised her, and they've named the conference room on the first floor the Diane Brackett Conference Room. And much deserved, so a round of applause for Diane and her staff. If you don't know who Diane is, raise your hand, Diane. And don't anyone get any idea about stealing her. She's got a 10-year contract with the college. As I look here at the agenda, I think we're getting fairly close to the ribbon cutting. Let me see where we are. Andrea, you got the agenda memorized. What have I missed? Okay. Well, I was right. Here's what we're going to, don't get up yet, okay? But here's what we're going to do. We're all going to make our way downstairs to the front of the building, which is toward the courtyard out there. We also have if it was going to rain, we were going to have the ribbon cutting underneath the breezeway. It's a very nice breezeway as well, but we're going to go in front of the building where we have the name of the 4 family members for the $1 million gift. And we're going to get in front of that on the grass. And what I'm going to ask to occur is that representatives of the 4 families, if you'll be in the middle, and then you'll be flanked on either side by our Board of Trustees, and then friends of the college and Joe Sorsey and the Barrett group, y'all be in next to them, and then all the friends of the college, let's move into a group. I'd like to get a huge group, so our foundation board members and our WSRE board members, and I see David Peden here from Florida Power and Light with his wife. She's the important one here today, according to Joe Sorsey. But or maybe it was someone else, but she's handling the foundation stuff. But David, you're important too, representing Florida Power and Light, who gave us $100,000 for our charter academy, and as well as a long history of support. But we'll flank all those people and be behind them. And we have a really tough ribbon, so we're going to pre-cut in a couple of places. And if you're with the Chamber of Commerce, would you raise your hand? Thank you for being here, Chamber of Commerce, Greater Pensacola Chamber of Commerce. They have brought a second set of scissors. So our chair will be in the middle amongst all those donors, and he will have one hand on one pair of scissors, and then we will have the family members, whoever, I think, Belle, if we pre-cut it, it'd be appropriate for you to cut the ribbon representing your family. And then Jim and the Moore family representatives, if y'all would help our chair cut the ribbon. And then we have Jay, will you represent? Okay, so you'll be in the middle. And if you would like to be in the picture, we'll wait for you to get there. All right? It'll take that long for us to all get situated. And as usual, I'll be the one out front saying, move over this way, move over that way. And then Sheila and her staff will take over getting the ribbon actually cut.